My name's Sal Flip. I'm a professional DJ. Electronic dance music to me it's one of those things that it's not just something you hear, it's something you feel. It's an energy not just coming from a speaker, but it's energy coming from a crowd. It's the energy of a whole room of people coming together and just being on like one level together. Well, I've been a DJ for a pretty long time. I started out with hip hop, and I was a hip hop DJ and turntablist, scratching, stuff like that for a long time. And just the way music has evolved as far as top 40 culture and the way that it's progressed as a global sound. So as hip hop kind of like faded off a little bit, then you had electronic music kind of creeping in, and up until probably like the past 5 years, electronic music in the United States really wasn't that big. The past couple years, it's really gotten bigger. For electronic dance music, I'm actually part owner of a record label that does dubstep, electronic music. So I do that not only in a DJ, but I'm also kind of a lover of electronic music. So I'm constantly listening to it, recommending it to my friends and stuff. I see electronic music being even more mainstream than it is right now. Electronic music and mainstream music has really only come about in the past few years. So the more collaborations with top 40 artists, and I think it's going to be more seamless, where the line between mainstream top 40 stuff and actual electronic dance music are really going to start to blur. Electronic dance music in the United States is new within the past 5 years as being mainstream. And to hear it on the radio, to hear David Guetta on mainstream radio, this guy from France, I think he's from France, but I'm pretty sure he's from France. And to hear him on a station in Baltimore is kind of surreal, because years ago, that type of dance music, trance and real deep house, for a long time, that was only UK based. So with like Chicago house and Baltimore club coming up, that was like the underground electronic scene. And then you had this merge from the UK, and that's kind of pushed into the mainstream.
Hi, I'm Josh. I go by the alias Josh Raymond and DJ J Ray, and I'm an aspiring DJ and producer. Electronic dance music is generally created in digital music software, such as Logic Studio, which is what I use, Ableton, Cubase, Fruity Loops, Reason are all popular other softwares. Generally, there's some sort of MIDI sequencer, such as like a keyboard or a beat machine, and the way it works is producers will sample certain things or create new riffs, new sounds, and then quantize them so they match up to a beat, and after that maybe sequence them up to make them a song and throw some vocals over them. By choosing a song, I usually will pick something in the top 40 range so people recognize it and know it, but maybe I personally think it needs a little something extra. I usually start off with a little drum sequencing, pick something I like, add some snare, maybe like some cymbals, and so forth and so forth. And then we'll usually move on to a synthesizer or a bass line. And on something like this, you can control the sound with modulation wheels and pitch bending. So, for example, so after we have a riff or a sample sequence we like, then we can fool around with modulation and cutoff, maybe some pitch bending, and I'll give you guys an example. And you can build it up with using pitch. Plan on trying to keep DJing and producing music as much as possible. Right now it's a part-time job and a hobby, but I would love if it turned into a full-time thing, especially because electronic music is coming up very strong. Miami Ultra Festival had its biggest crowd I think of all time this last year, 2011, and it's house, dance, and dubstep, all kinds of electronic dance music is getting really big, especially in the United States. So it's pretty awesome, and I'm excited about it, and I'll definitely always keep DJing and producing for as long as possible.